toilet that washes and dries you. Bidet! What's up, Young Nation? Newcomers, my name is Bray Young. Welcome to Stanley Parable. If you have never heard of this game, since, you know, it's been out. Okay, hold on. Let's just confirm how long it's been out. Because if you have not heard of this game, if you've never seen this game, it's been out since 2013. What are you doing? Right? Honestly, that's where it's like, do I really need to talk about this game as much? Because, you know, it's a game where you can either follow the rules, follow the voice in your head, or you do your own thing. It's pretty much like life. Do you want to do what everyone tells you to do, or do you want to do your own thing? Oh, I'm getting deep. I'm getting deep. The end is never the end. See? You know, it's like a knife. You don't know. But it's so true. It's like, I'm going to get deep with this. Like, do you want to follow your own path, or do you want to follow everyone else's? Do you want to be conform? Do you want to be a conformist, or be an outcast? Maybe this is why some of my friends don't watch my content, just because I'm messed up. Except you, Rufus, you watch because you're forced to do this. Da-da-da. Just watch that. This will be like the first video my friends ever actually watch. They'll be like, excuse me, I'm here, I support.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, I know.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-ripping, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Ugh.
And Stanley was happy.
I would never be happy doing that. That feels like a...
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I just kind of like outed myself at the beginning of this, but just because I play a lot of horror games, none of my friends are big fans of horror games. I'm just clicking on everything. So I just take control of everything, man. This kind of job, I would, just being recognized as only a number at a business would be like, ugh. Can I go into other people's rooms? Nope. Nope. The controls feel a little wonky to me.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh no.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I turned off the computer. I did something.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort.
A measly
5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times.
Oh, bet.
That's the kind of effort that
bet.
Recognition.
Don't think I won't. I'll sit here and do it.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
You know what? Because it's an achievement, and I like it.
Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Oh, bet. I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't test me. I don't like when a game tries to challenge me. Like, you won't do it. You don't have the gall. You can't do it, because I'm just sitting here like...
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustles.
I am hustling. My hands are hurt.
Commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
I'm
Why
pressing.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Wait, what? Oh, it's because you want me to leave? That's what you're trying to do, huh? Nah, I'm gonna stay here and click this door. I'm gonna click this one. Are you gonna say, what are you gonna say, narrator? Huh? What are you gonna say, narrator? That's right, you got nothing on me. It's because of this voice in my head trying to talk. I'm gonna touch everything. I'm gonna touch everything.
Touch your friend's nose.
It's best to keep your hands to yourself.
Because I'm annoying that way. No. I'm thinking I'm standing a good. I have no feet. I'm a floating upper body.
Where'd my legs go?
I'm a ghost. I'm an annoying ghost. I'm Casper the jerk. I'm about to say something else. Like, I don't feel like that's nice though to say about myself. Cause self-love. But I have no body. I have no reflection either. 419. I'm getting close to it. I'm just. Wait a minute. How was it? Oh, I've got long arms, ghostly, ghastly, long noodle arms. I would be killer in basketball. Alright, we're here at 417. What do you want to do?
Great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437. Okay, we gonna play this game of back and forth. 437. Sounds like a mechanical keyboard. Oh,
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Are you, oh, it's because y'all are counting the deaths. I see what you're doing. 415, right? 415 is what you said? Alright. I mean, I'm not really even doing what you told me to do, so I'm just doing my own thing, which is pretty much... This is pretty much the...
To door number 437.
This is pretty much me doing side quests.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Bet. Where is it? Where's it at? Where's it? Oh, okay. Here
All
we go.
right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I feel like I'm being jerked around and I don't like this.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up.
Thank
Go
you, I'm
give me
glad
a few clicks on door 416.
416. Alright. I love how the narrator isn't even getting mad at me. It's like, I told you to do this. Why aren't you listening?
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
I feel like you're getting a little overly excited about this when I'm doing nothing. I am doing diddly squat and you're getting more excited than I am. It's kind of like life.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow.
Hey, I got an
That's
achievement.
Amazing. Oh,
430.
You really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very
Oh, no.
proud of how far
Thank you.
we've come today.
Aw.
Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Oh, I just got played so bad and I didn't even realize it. You know how foolish I feel? Oh, the game played me. You clever, clever. This is what I would expect from Galactic Cafe. I mean, I've never heard of them before, so sorry. But no, this game has been out for about 7 years. Gonna be coming up on 7 years, though. So if you haven't played it, I mean, it took me this long to play it. So.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
Close
the
up my
door on
noodle
his
arms.
left.
They're just. I'm here. Just imagine walking around. You just got those long arms, and someone's like, "Can you reach that for me?" Be like, "Yeah, I got it." You broke my cup. I'm sorry. I can't control it that easily. Just imagine someone just makes you mad. You're just like, you know what? It's gonna get to you eventually. I'm trying to go back to the game. This is disgusting. I don't like following the rules. I don't like following the main storyline. I like going and leveling up.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Oh, do
Feeling
not.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Whiteboard manager? Who do you hire to be a whiteboard manager?
Bo Body. Bo Body. What does the first B stand for?
What are we doing?
It's like, I'm gonna need you to be general, I'm gonna need you to be production, you got whiteboard manager material. Like, what kind of questions even come up for that in an interview? Like, do you know how to draw? Do you know how to read? Okay, here's a big question. Do you know how to write? Like, not cost efficient? What's not cost efficient? Standardized graph 40. That's not cost efficient? Who moved my desk? Oh, someone's not happy. Oh, they used the red marker. They really mad. Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee, like yourself. I was reading that. Rude. Stop closing doors on me. I thought I was supposed to be the ghost here. Oh, the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, what if I don't want to? I'm gonna do whatever I want.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow.
Well, this
just
is
an
empty
empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
You know what? Voice in my head? How about I just ram this wall a few times.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
Well, then let me
As it
interact
is,
with something.
He's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I'm really frustrating you to be able to
Are you
do that,
still in
to
the broom
abbreviate and
closet?
hyphenate. What is the
Standing
correct
around
term?
doing nothing?
I can't remember anymore.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because I'm a jerk. That's why. Because I like going off the main line.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
I know.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
It's like trying.
Thought to mention it.
It's like they're trying to explain to kids about certain things. They'll say, no, this does this, this does this. What if I want to do this? That does nothing. I still want to touch it.
It's
Why?
a branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite."
My favorite. Why'd you say it like that? You really unhappy I'm in here. Is there an achievement for being in
Stanley
here?
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Wow! Okay! Rude! I'm going back in there, though. That is so mean.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right
Wait,
now.
I'm jerking?
You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Don't do it.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer.
I am not a robot to be replaced. I am not a number.
Mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, now this is really going to make you mad, isn't it? And I'm sorry, you really got perturbed by me going into the broom closet. Do you have some really laid deep issues with a broom closet that you'd like to discuss? Discuss? Oh, now you're really going to get mad. There's a cover box. Someone taking a nap down here or what? Oh, there's
But
a card.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such
Really?
a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
That's exactly.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be
I'm a
real.
ghost.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
I'm a
What
ghost!
a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Oh, we're all a
Thought
little
to
mad.
himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
We're all a little mad.
I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun,
so cool.
and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
I was repeating.
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
I was repeating.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Oh, repeating.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
So
I'm
fourth
dreaming
wall
about a
breakish.
voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
Breaking the
he
fourth,
thought.
fifth, and sixth, and
And
all
while
the
he found it all
walls.
very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew
Wait a
for
minute.
certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a
2
dream.
B4.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
What the heck is
the
happening
fresh
right now?
air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it
Yo,
to
this
be
is
over.
weird.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
So trippy.
Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
I'm married.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Not in real life.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
I eject, and I think Rufus would object as well.
I am okay.
I would disagree. I'm still in the hall.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be.
How this sounds like a horror type game. What the heck?
And everything went black.
Wait, what?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Huh?
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was
I am
to
wearing
be
shoes.
normal. I am sane.
Why am I
I
toes
am
dipping?
in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this.
What?
So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
You ain't even gonna call the ambulance? Bro, what is this game? This game. Whoa. This game. Whoa. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. That was one of the endings? Yo, that was trippy. Man, that was so cool. That was one of my endings. And the fact that, like, I'm pretty sure this game, how many endings does this game actually have? Like, let me check that. How many endings does it have? I thought I was just going for a fun time, and then all of a sudden it just took a turn. Maybe, I don't even know what to explain. That went dark for a second. Like, we're all in a dream. Maybe I'm insane. It's like, we're all mad here. Stare into my eyes. What the? I'm sorry, Rufus. You have to watch this and edit this. There are 19 endings to this game. No!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What happens if we actually
Stanley
follow the
decided
rules?
to go to the meeting.
I'm gonna find that
Perhaps
out.
he had simply missed a memo.
I'm just gonna ignore the voice. I'm just gonna keep on going. This game is very interesting. Like, that is so...
When Stanley
Whoa.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, that's what I did originally. So I wasn't even paying attention to what the voice said. So, but, yo, that's cool. That a game with that many endings and just never-ending choices, and the fact that any one of your choices could actually lead to an ending. And I got a very dark one too. Like, whoa, that. This game made it seem like it was so light, so happy, and then the ending I got was like, we're taking a very sharp left turn. Like,
Yet there was
I
not
did
a
not see
single
that coming.
person here either.
Tips for not getting fired,
Feeling
talk less,
wave
do
of
unbelievably amazing
disbelief,
work all the
Stanley
time, every
decided to
day,
go
with
up
no
to his
expectation
boss's
of promotion or recognition, don't get
office.
fired. I am talking! How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more.
Write that down, write that down!
Where am I working? What kind of notes are these? Like, what is happening? Let's go upstairs
Coming
now.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, yo, this is fancy. It's all like crappy, cruddy brick, and then you just get BAM! Beautiful wallpaper. Oh, Is that the big man? Oh, executive bathroom. Well, don't mind if I do. But... Hey! 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 Let me in. I want to see what the executive bathroom looks like. Is it a gold toilet in there? Is there a man that wipes your own butt for you? Do you get a special mint at the end? What do you get? Is there a bidet in there? What? Bidet is the one that like shoots water up, right? I'm gonna have to look that up because it's like I don't want to say stupid crap anymore. Toilet that washes and dries you. Bidet! Oh no, wait, what? That was, did it say shower? Wait, it's a shower for your butt? Y'all got one of those in there? I wouldn't mind trying it out. Have a day that washes my butt and then someone that dries it for me? There's a person with the... I'm not going deep into it. Secretary's gone. There's no one here. I'm the boss now.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Ooh, so many books. Man.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad...
50 Shades of Grey, bro! What are you doing in here?
...the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Oh, you got that good. 2845. So you got all these books on display. And you got all these gaps, like, bruh, take all of them.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Happy now? Oh, I'm gonna do that. But honestly, take all these books off of the shelves. You can probably fill up
2845.
I heard you the first time. Why do you just have like 2 random plates? Like, see, that makes sense if on all your shelves you had decorations, all that, but nah, you got...
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
There, I put it in.
Stanley
You happy?
got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
You got some anger issues that you want to talk about, dude? Do you want to talk? Like, let's go for coffee. We could talk about your anger. We could talk about your bitterness. Like, who hurt you? Who hurt you? Like, just let it out. Just come give Papa a hug. I'm so sorry, Rufus. Okay. Okay, I pushed it. Now what? Big secret door. You got that Home Depot lighting? That's some good stuff when you're in the dark and you're doing construction. Was this all set now? By the way, why is there such a high ceiling? For the secret door, of course. Why is the camera so high? Hello? Can any... Hey, focus! Focus!
Why is Chubby here staring at me? Focusing. Back up, Jack. Nice place you got here.
I need a Twinkie. I thought the door was closing. I was like, hold the phone. Can we get that lighting over here? And ooh, let's press the button. Ooh, I don't like this. This screams tetanus shot. Why are we loading? Was it really that important to load? I mean, I feel like I've done quite a few other things that could load.
Deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I was looking for this. It was in my pocket the whole time. Okay, what? I'm peculiar? I know. I'm an amazing specimen of a man. Oh, now you won't let me go anywhere? So this is just an elevator that goes down. How do you call it back up? Huh?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I am a machine. I am a number. If I'm to be escape. Aha! I'm just kidding. I'm not following your rules. This passageway had the
word escape written on it. The truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Okay, hold the phone. Did that actually save? Oh, that saved. That did save. If I'm gonna die, I'll die violently. Valiantly is what I was going
was
for.
not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I would rather die than be mind controlled, my man.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
Yes.
And willingly confront his death.
Do you see me pressing the button to go forward? You can't stop me. Ba ba da ba. Da 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 da. I died. Oh no. I would rather escape the mind control. Okay, for another ending, let's go down. Go down. Whoa.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Okay, that's not the way I'd like to go out.
Picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I will watch it happen. What's up?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Wait a minute.
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
You sound cute. So I'm saved now, apparently. So now we got a different narrator? Major
And yet it would be
break.
just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What
Is this heaven?
exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Not a freaking thing.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance,
Whoa.
death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Yo, this
Do you
is
see now?
cool.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Huh? Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development to the core layout, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Huh. That's pretty cool. Like, this is actually really cool to see. Mechanical keyboard. Just kidding. That's how the old keyboard sounded. Because they suck. Just kidding. Anyone ever remember having one of those big box TV? Well, those and a big box computer. Man, those things. They were heavy. Solitaire! Dude, Solitaire was my game. I will literally go on road trips and still play Solitaire because it is a game that just stands the test of time. The Office. Anything major? No, that would have been so fun. Just put something creepy just back there, just like a little shadow figure, just like, hi. What's up? Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Ooh, cute. Ooh. Mm. Oh yeah. Sometimes I feel so bad for Rufus because he's the one that literally has to like watch this and then make the cuts, and it's just like he's gonna watch us and hear those sounds and go, So I'm sorry. So I'm dead. So is this heaven? So I'm literally just able to walk through all this and just... So they're literally just showing me all the designs of how this game got made. Which is really cool to see. I like it when games actually do this kind of thing when you can see everything. Employee lounge, underground. an early version of the underground portion of the game. Oh, so it was kind of just bare bones, and then they just built upon it. Narration outtakes. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. Wow. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. Like, that's a good narrator, though. Like, he really embodied the fact that he was getting irritated with your actions. And I love that. When you can just simply do things with just a voice and you don't even have to see a person's face to be able to tell the emotion of it. Just being able to tell the emotion just straight from the voice. It's like, oh, I love that. That's why I love voice actors and people that do cartoons and anime and all that. It's like, oh, I love it because then you just embody so much emotion. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Wait, I want the freedom ending. But there's like 19 different endings. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. Well, I mean, I've only gotten now 2 endings, and there's 3 of them. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. So green, so pretty. Wish I saw some green grass outside instead of snow. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down and placed the 2 endings together instead. Oh. Whoa. Countdown room. An early version of the countdown room. This is so cool to see. Like, this is all the possible things that you could get for the endings, and I got the ending where I'm just seeing everything. And now it's like, this makes me want to explore the game more. It just makes me want to actually see all the possible endings. Will I get to it in this? Probably not. This game is now paused. Begin the game again. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Well, yeah. Zending levers. These levers were originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. I'm kind of curious what the early version of this game looked like now. Like, what it would have been like to get a Zending ending. Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending, and we thought it was complete but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. That's what's so complex about making a game. Like, you think you want to go one way, and then like last minute you're just like, no, I want to change this up. I know it's going to be so frustrating for some people, but we can do it. The cargo lift. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. I didn't get that. The cargo lift. This second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we want it to look like more like a place where cargo is actually stored. This is all stored within one building. The apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. I'm kind of curious. I'm very much intrigued and wanting to see a lot more of these endings. Wait, I passed by the exit. This is so cool to see and just explore. Like, this is beautiful and this is incredible. I like when people do this, and I feel like you see this more with indie gamers and indie creators, that they want to show what the process was of building a game. And I've seen a few times in games when I was younger of people, when it came to bigger games from bigger companies, that they would actually showcase it. But when, like, I appreciate it more when indie makers really do that, because then you see the fact of the process. Because, I mean, it could just be one person doing this, or it could be 5 people. Whereas a big company, you have, like, 100 people working on it. And not that it's not impressive or anything. I'm not saying that at all. I give so much props and applause to anyone who makes a game. But there's just something that when you see a group of 5 people go, I want to make this. and then you just see the development from just 5 people. It's like, whoa. Just because, oh, it's like all of this, there had to be so much thought. So I don't know if there was just 5 people that went into this. I was like, yo, there's just something about an indie game that you just really appreciate. Especially when they showcase everything like this. I really wish, though, that in a lot of the bigger games, they would actually take time and they could just do a walkthrough and go through everything and see the earlier visions. I know everyone likes to post all the concept now, but I feel like there'd be such a cool thing, just you as the character walking through, like, let's say, for instance, Borderlands 3. How much concept went into making all the levels, all the planets, all the characters, all the monsters, everything. Like, that'd be so cool to just, like, walk through and just see models of all that. Like, again, I know you could probably just go online and see it, but there's just something about you controlling the character you played as and just walking through and seeing the renderings and just seeing how they developed. Like, that would be so cool to see.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another.
Huh?
How they wish to control one another.
I'm sorry.
How
Why
they
does it do
both
that?
wish to be free.
I'm so confused.
Can you see?
No.
Can you see how much they need one another?
I mean...
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
I'm so confused.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Huh?
Push
What?
escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
I let time choose. You can't outrun time. Wait, that's all it is right now? Whoa. That is very interesting. That. Wow. I wonder what would have happened if I had clicked quit right before it actually smushed me. I wonder what would have happened. But I am quickly running out of time, so I'd just like to thank you all for joining me while I played Stanley Parable. I might actually jump back into this just to explore some of the other endings, to see what would happen, to see how mad I can actually get the narrator at me. But until then, don't forget to give this video a like, comment down below, share, come on, you know someone's gonna want to see this, because why not? Who doesn't love games with so many different endings and so many different actions and choices that can be made to just alter a story? These games are... And above all else, don't forget to subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified when I put out a video. And also, before the end of March, I have a 250 sub challenge going on right now. If I get to 250 subs, I will dye my hair. Who knows? Maybe by the time this video comes out, I'll hit 250. And my hair will actually be a different color. Nobody knows. But until the next video, I will see you all later. Have an awesome day, month, and year. Bye-bye.